Okay, let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay, let's address it. Everything's not awesome, but that's okay. Welcome to Culture Redeemed. I'm Chris. A couple of weeks ago, my wife and I took the children to see Lego Movie 2. For my family and I, this movie did not disappoint. It was full of great laughs, engaging adventure, a good story, and of course, tons of Lego creations. Something that personally struck me as redemptive in the movie, and I promise, no spoilers here, was the message that not everything is going to be awesome all the time, but we should cling to hope and even joy in those difficult times. One of the songs in the movie is called Everything's Not Awesome. It's witty and silly, but it does deliver a nugget of truth. My favorite section of the song says, "Everything's not awesome. Things can't be awesome all of the time. It's an unrealistic expectation, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to make everything awesome." In the midst of this fun family movie, surrounded by my children, I listened to the song and I heard God's truth ring through. We are faced each day with the reality that the world isn't perfect. There's hate, there's deception, there's pain and suffering. Death and destruction seem to rule unchecked. The creation we live in isn't the creation God designed it to be before sin entered the picture. In short, everything's not awesome. But how should we live in the face of that reality? Sometimes we may try to deal with the un-awesomeness of life like Lucy.
Coffee. The bitter liquid that provides the only semblance of pleasure left in these dark times.
Dark, brooding, guarded. At times, I've given into fear and hopelessness in the face of suffering, instead of looking for the good that God has in store for me. On the other hand, sometimes we may try to deal with the awesomeness of life like Emmett.
Emmett, you gotta stop pretending everything is awesome. It isn't.
Yeah, I get it. And that's why I've cultivated a totally hard-edged side that's super tough and— Look, a shooting star, make a wish!
Escaping our suffering or ignoring our suffering or the suffering around us. At times, I find myself pretending that everything is awesome, that everything is going to work out exactly to plan, and if it doesn't, well, I just have to ignore that or erase it or somehow get past that roadblock as quickly as possible to get things back on the awesome track, preferably without any suffering. Have you ever been there? Without our Emmett faces, I'm not sure there would be social media. The world isn't perfect, but if it was, we wouldn't need Christ. You can't redeem something if it's perfect. Christ's work in our lives and in the world around us is redemptive because he is piecing back together the brokenness in us and all around us. Christ didn't come to save the perfect and the sinless. He came to save the broken and the sinful. And I'll tell you a secret. We're all part of that latter group, whether we want to admit it or not. This side of eternity, we may never see the perfect picture of creation fully restored. But Scripture reminds us throughout that our joyful embracement, endurance, and perseverance in the face of our sufferings brings God glory and redemption to our hearts and to the creation and culture around us. Throughout Lego Movie 2, you watch the two main characters, Emmett and Lucy, grow from attitudes of denial and avoidance into attitudes where they embrace their struggles while at the same time reaching for hope. In the end, it made for an awesome movie. All truth is God's truth, and you can even find God's truth in Lego Movie 2. If you haven't seen the movie, I recommend you go see it. Please check out the reviews and the parental guides ahead of time before going, just to make sure that the movie aligns with your family's convictions. We utilize sites like Common Sense Media. They usually have pretty thorough reviews. I recommend discussing this topic and topics like this that you may find throughout the movie on your own with your family. These discussions provide rich engagement with one another and great opportunities to learn more about God and dig deeper into your faith and discover ways that He's working in your lives and in the world around you. Thanks so much for watching. Give us a like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest content. And be sure to visit our website as well, cultureredeemed.com. Leave us a comment. We'd love to know what you think about this post and about Lego Movie 2. We'd love to hear if you discover any other nuggets of God's truth that you were able to find in the movie. All right, until next time.